Tonight in a theme that rhymes. God, work with my mind. Get me prepared for what you have for me. There are many of you, you don't have things tonight that you should have. Therefore, who should already be possessing certain things tonight, but you don't have it. You don't have it. And the reason you don't have it is your mind. There is a blessing in change. When it comes to God, we should never fight change, because whenever God orders change, listen to me, saint, he's ordering a blessing. He's ordering your benefits, what you've been praying about. In order to receive sometime, we have to change. We have to change. And if you are, in fact, as I'm going to show you tonight, that new man, change don't bother you. But if you still wrestling with just being a natural man, again, you're going to fight God. Remember what Paul said? The natural man does not receive the things of the Spirit. Listen what he went on to say. Paul said in 1 Corinthians 2:14, he said they're foolishness to him. That word foolishness means it's vanity. It's worthless. There is no profit in it, because the natural man sees the things of God, or the things of the Spirit of God, as being unreasonable. And again, don't miss it. We are born a natural man. We are reborn a new man. And what I'm seeking to prove biblically tonight is that the new man is superior to the natural man. That's what I'm trying to prove, because you got to be able to show people Pastor, what's going to happen when I walk as this new man. Again, I've been stressing it throughout this message already. Your life is going to be better. Your life is going to be better. There are things you will worry about as a natural man. If you go ahead and become this new man, you're going to know how to fight that spirit of worry. You're going to know how to go through things and have peace. You're going to know how to have peace in the midst, listen to me, of a storm. See, that's a new man. See, the natural man is going to try to drink the storm away. Come on. And y'all remember when we were natural men and we battled certain things, the only solution we had for worrying was sin. Putting sin on top of sin. Come on, somebody. That's what we did. But not the new man. See, in the new man, you learn that, hey, I ain't got to worry. I ain't got to worry. No, notice again, Ephesians 4. We still dealing with this natural man versus this new man. Remember, I started off talking about the power of choice, how choices matter. Notice what Paul said in Ephesians 4. Back it up to verse 23 for clarity. And he said, be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put on the new man, which was created according to God in true righteousness and holiness. Notice this about the new man. The new man mind has to be renewed. And this is sometimes sad, but it's what happens in the church. People go from being a natural man to a new man, but then they set up in church and they never renew their mind. They never renew. You're going through too much in life not to renew your mind. Trials will take you out of here if you don't know how to renew your mind. People will get on your last nerve till you ain't got no more nerves that can be get on. Come on, somebody. And then you have folks sitting in the church. Renew your mind, brother. Why is losing a job doing what it's doing to you? The loss of a job is doing this to you. Renew your mind. A bad relationship is causing this much damage upon your self-esteem. Renew your mind. I wouldn't be a pastor today, not a bona fide pastor, if I didn't know how to renew my mind. battleground we have takes place in the mind. And when you don't renew your mind, you can set up in church and die. Not physically, but you will die spiritually because you're not renewing your mind. Renew just means to make a change, to alter, to make something better. And there's a lot of things enter into the mind that when you renew your mind, you have to get junk out of your mind. You have to get negative thoughts out of your mind. Come on, somebody. I hope I'm helping somebody tonight. But you have to renew your mind as a new man, as a new creation. Remember what I said earlier. God ain't going to do everything. God ain't going to do everything. Pastor, what you mean he ain't going to do everything? Notice the wording. See, all we got to do sometimes is slow down and just listen to God. He telling you he ain't going to do everything, that we have a responsibility. It's your responsibility to renew your mind. This is what's amazing about saints. You'll have people that when they come to the word, they can't remember nothing. They can't renew their mind with the word. They hear the word Sunday, then the word gone. That word has no more effect on that person's life, except for that hour, 45 minutes to which they was hearing it or listening. But then you'll talk to a brother in the church. He not only know what happened the other night in the NBA game, but he'll tell you what happened last year. He'll tell you last year's stats. Come on, it's a trick of the enemy. It's a trick of the enemy. He tell you how many points somebody averaged. Am I right about it? So you have to renew your mind. It's something. Now, ain't nobody making that brother be that focused or that into sports. Like ain't nobody making him do it. See, it's a choice. Same way we're renewing your mind. That's a choice. That's your responsibility as a child of God to renew your mind. Especially when you know things getting next to you. Watch this, that you know shouldn't be getting next to you. This getting me down and it shouldn't be getting me down. Reading this shouldn't be getting me down because God told me he was going to bring good out of that. Now, I don't see the good yet, but God good on his word. His word is good. So the fact that this is getting me down the way it is means that I need to renew my mind. Notice what he says again. All you got to do again, slow down, just listen, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. What's going to happen when I be renewed in the spirit of my mind? And that you put on the new man. See, you put him on. Paul didn't say God was going to put the new man on you. He said you put the new man on. Remember what the new man was? New traits, new attitude, new behavior, new conduct, new personality. You put it on. And don't give me I can't. Because God will never tell you to do something that you can't do. Don't tell me you can't change. Pastor, I've been this way for too long. No, not in God. Not the new man. The new man is built to change. I hope somebody listen because the word stirred me tonight. The new man is built for change, but it's a better change. It's a better change. I've never been able to control my mind the way I do in God. And I got to a place now I can actually control what's coming into my mind. And definitely I'm in control of what lingers in my mind. Which every child of God should be in control of what lingers. Because that's a choice when you let stuff linger. But then you can get to the point where you are actually in control of what's entering your mind. You say, Pastor, how can that be? By keeping your mind stayed on God. Come on. What did he say? I'll keep you in perfect what? Peace. Whose mind is stayed on God. Pastor, I can't keep my mind stayed on God. What did I just tell you? When God tell you to do something, don't tell God you can't do what he told you to do. Come on. He said, and that you put on the new man, which was created, that again, which was what? Created. The new man was created according or by God. See, the new man is a creation of God. He was created in true righteousness and holiness. Back to Colossians 3. I'm proving tonight that the new man is superior to the natural man. Why? Because we understand that the natural man was created by God. But we also have to understand that this new man was also created by God And by definition, this new man, that word new being better, it's a better man. It's a better man. Understand that the new man is a better man. If I can become a new man, a better man, listen, that equates a better life. That equates a more productive life. Come on, somebody. Colossians 3:10. Notice what he says. Notice what he says again. And you have put on the new man. Watch again, talking about this renewing taking place with the new man. And you have put on the new man who is renewed in knowledge, divine knowledge, according to the image of him, capital H, God, again, who what? Created him. Who created him. See, when we go from being a natural man, and I'm putting so much emphasis on this, to being a new man, that is the creative work of God. That is the creative power of God. Listen, at work in my life, at work in your life. But let me show you how sometimes the new man acts like the natural man. Notice 1 Thessalonians. Remember, the natural man does not receive the things of the Spirit of God. Remember, they're foolishness to the natural man. But now I'm showing you now what's going on with some saints who we consider to be a new man, a new creation. 1 Thessalonians 5:19. Notice again, do not miss what I've been saying earlier, how the natural man receives not the things of the Spirit of God. They're foolishness to him. Now I'm about to show you what can be considered a problem in the church when you're teaching and instructing what is supposed to be a new man, a new creation. Notice how the new man sometimes acts like the natural man, and that shouldn't be. In that, 1 Thessalonians 5:19 tells us, do not quench the Spirit. Do not quench the Spirit. See, that's something we shouldn't do as a new creation. We shouldn't quench the Spirit. Because when you quench the Spirit of God, you're acting like the natural man. You're not allowing God to have his way in your life. You're quenching the Spirit. You're in a place of disobedience, and you're in a place where you're going back to your old way. Listen, your old way of thinking. But remember, the new man has new traits. Come on. And the new traits should govern how the new man thinks, talks, and acts. Acts having to do with your choices and your decision. But if you get to quenching the Spirit, then listen again, child of God, what you're doing is you're acting like a natural man. Now you're going back to your old way of thinking. You're going back to your old way of talking. You're going back to your old way of acting or doing. Why is that? Because you're quenching the Spirit. You're quenching the Spirit. And see,